had this strange experience yesterday. I was on a country road, it was late afternoon, and up ahead I see another cyclist. It's a woman, and she's sitting bolt upright, which is pretty peculiar in itself. But even stranger, she's not wearing a helmet. Now, this is not how people ride here in Australia, as you probably know. You're bent over like you're very old, pushing a walker, and on your head you've got this pudding, the helmet that the law makes you wear. Excuse me, you're not wearing a helmet, I see.
I know, I think they're dangerous.
What?
They're very dangerous.
That's the most counterintuitive thing I've ever heard. How can a helmet be dangerous? It's supposed to keep you safe.
Well, yes, but common sense isn't always right.
Okay, if you say so.
I do.
She looks so free, so absurdly comfortable. But this could be Amsterdam or Copenhagen in the bush, because that's how people ride over there. They look so beautiful, just like her. Look at these photos, isn't it exactly the same? It's something you never see here. No. So how does she do it? Well, to tell the truth, I do know how she does it, or why she does it. Sue Abbott has been riding bikes without helmets in Europe for over 40 years, she says, and she's been doing it here and she plans to continue. But now something has happened. So this is a historic spot, is it?
Yes, this is the spot. Yes.
Really?
Yes, this is. Or just like, I think it was the next one. The next
Okay,
fence.
but near these railings.
These railings, yep.
Yeah, so what happened here?
I got pulled over on the night of the 7th of March and, yeah, booked for riding a bicycle without a helmet.
Ew. And how long before had you been riding without your helmet before this happened?
In my whole life?
No, here.
In Scone? Oh, I've always ridden without a helmet.
And you never got stopped before?
No, but I've really taken up cycling intensely in the last, would be 18 months.
Yeah.
But I've always cycled in Scone and I've never worn a helmet.
And you've been seen by police before?
Yes, I have, but not highway patrol.
Ah.
Yep.
Sue has decided to fight the ticket. And what was a $54 fine back in March has now turned into $2,500 in legal fees and a trial in 3 weeks' time.
So we come for lunch. So I don't know what you have left.
Turkishes.
Turkishes, perfect. Yes.
So are you ready for all this?
Oh, I'm getting there. I am.
After we've had a bite to eat here in town, we're going back to her farm where I hope she'll tell me on what grounds she proposes to fight this. Riding back to Sue's farm, I think of something that I might use if I was in her situation. Something I heard about Woi Woi, a coastal community near where I live. So you were teaching at Woi Woi High and you started, what, in the 80s?
1984, yes. At that stage everybody seemed to ride a bike. Most of the students rode bikes, people in the streets rode bikes. When compulsory bike helmets came in I think 1991, it was as if somebody had waved a magic wand and the bikes completely disappeared.
And it stayed like that? They didn't get used to it?
Didn't get used to it.
Yeah, there was a lot more riders.
So we can assume that, in fact, the helmet took a lot of people off the bikes?
Yes, definitely.
And the consequences are truly tragic. Those countries that cycle the least are fattest.
When that law came in January 91 here in New South Wales, people put their bikes in the garage and haven't got them out again.
Has anyone told you that?
Well, actually, the policeman who booked me told me that.
What?
And yes, no, he did. He was interested in why I wasn't wearing a helmet, and he asked me if it was a hair thing, which I said would be silly. And I mentioned how I felt that I was really imperiled by being required to wear one. And then he said to me, and he did sort of volunteer that he hadn't ridden a bicycle since 91, and that his bike had been stored in his garage. And I raised with him that obviously wasn't an intention of government when they enacted that legislation or when they were chatting about it, but it is a consequence that has happened, an unintended consequence, but a serious and a significant consequence.
The policeman admitted that he didn't ride because of the helmet law?
He did. He did volunteer that information.
Amazing, eh? Well, I was also about to ask you whether it was because of your hair.
Definitely not. That would be a silly reason. But it might be a reason for some people, so no, I'll better take that back. Maybe that's a valid reason. I don't know. It's not my reason. No. My reason is that I feel at risk. It makes me feel alarmed. I feel shaky at the thought of having to wear a helmet and just interfering and putting straps under your chin and just everything. Just maybe even interfering with your hearing and the way you move your head, everything. I don't know.
Not pleasant.
No.
Sue is building a solid defence based not on personal preferences. That's not defensible in court, but on necessity. How she argues necessity will be revealed in this country courthouse very soon. Meanwhile, the greatest danger to the country cyclist is swooping magpies. She wards them off with jingle bells. Well, good luck, Sue. I'm personally impressed by the fact that helmets are a matter of choice in Europe. Few wear them, and yet cycling is very safe. I get the impression that our governments took the easy path, helmets. The real safety is probably not on the head, but under the wheels, and that costs money.
Jesus, yeah.